Yo, yo, yo. Happy freaking Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm excited. You're here. I'm here. And my friends, we're at 4,000 subscribers. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe it. We were close yesterday, okay? We were close yesterday. We were about 20 subs shy. And there I am at the grocery store, carrying this guy, by the way. Shout out to the chat. What was in your pocket today? Today I carried the Dark Bolt Design Stratus. Such a cool carry. So there I am at the grocery store yesterday, and an audience member that hit me up on Instagram said, dude, they're rating your channel on Tri-State right now.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is. Boom. We're over the 4K mark, which shout out to Tri-State. I don't know if Tri-State ever watches my lives. I have no idea, but Tri-State, Cole, if you watch the lives, thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. So guys, here we are, another 1,000 subscriber milestone, 4,000, and it would not be without all of you. So one more time, for those of you who support the channel, it means a lot. It means a whole lot. So thank you. We got some people in the chat. We got Earl Laliberte. Did I say that right? Jeremy Nidro, Ground Fog, Ghost Keeper, Mind of Milton, Oreo Dave, Mia Haruno, Rob Tigglers, Gingerfish 75, Oreo Dave, of course. I already saw you in there. We'll count you twice. A man so nice, we'll count him twice. Alicord, Paracord hopping in. High Tide EDC, Ghost Keeper, Ian Coates, Anaso. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I missed you the first time around, we'll shout you out here soon. Guys, welcome in. It's Wednesday, and it wouldn't be a Wednesday without you. I've done so many live streams on Wednesdays now where it's just weird if I have a day where a Wednesday where I don't go live. It's weird. It's part of my schedule. It's part of my routine. So thank you guys for hanging with me on a Wednesday. We talk knives. We do some window shopping. Sometimes we raid channels. Sometimes we have fun. Just kidding. We have fun all the time. But yes, I appreciate each and every one of you. Oreo Dave says, carried the Civivi Anthropos, gifted by me. Yes, that's right. I did send you that knife. Oreo Dave and I have a shared admiration for Elijah Isham. May he rest in peace. So I passed that one along. Some knives are just, they're too good to sell. Sometimes they need to be passed on to someone that can truly appreciate them. Ghost Keeper said, you screwed me up big time for a minute. I'm probably reading that out of context. We'll scroll up. Ghost Keeper says, my favorite knife YouTube channel. Hey man, thank you. Appreciate that. 100%. 100%. Ian Coates in the house. He says, look at this hottie. Dude, it's been a long day for me. You know, I work a day job. Believe it or not, this is not my day job. This is my hobby. This is the hobby that got me to basically get rid of all other hobbies. I used to play a lot of video games. Don't do that anymore. Don't hang out with friends anymore. Instead, I hang out with you. A lot of my, it sounds sad, but honestly, it's been for the best. Ghost Keeper says, I recommended you to Tri-State, homie. Thank you. So Tri-State and I, we're in a couple pass around groups together. We've had a couple passing conversations. I give him crap about how everyone thinks that I have a voice changer because we both have quality microphones, and so now people hear my channel and they think that I have a voice changer, so I have to, you know, give him a hard time about that, but it's all in good fun. Ron Kwok in the house says, what's up, Roll? Here for the first time? Guys, if you don't listen, if you don't know who Ron Kwok is, Ron Kwok has his own channel, and it's actually pretty damn good. If you follow Everyday Minimalist, he's been on that. Ron, I've seen your channel many times, my friend. Definitely appreciate you hopping in, and welcome in, brother. Good to have you. Ron says, props to Ian Coates for shooting the link. Listen, Ian Coates is everywhere and nowhere. He's like John Wick, okay? I will join some random lives at random times throughout the day. A lot of times I work my day job from home, and I'm like, oh, look, a live stream. And sure enough, there's Ian. I don't know how he does it. I just don't know. I'm trying to catch up to the chat. Hey, we got Eric Man 967 in the house. How's it going, Eric? Good to see you, brother. Stacy Bolster Blades coming on in. How's it going, Stace? I'm trying not to miss anybody. Richard Kaufman, he says, you can hear Cole's real voice on his Blade Show videos. You know, the weird thing is that I've been in many tri-state lives, and there's been a few times where he's unleashed his real voice, where he turns off the voice changer, and half the chat goes crazy. They're like, use your real voice, use your real voice. So who knows, man? Look, it's part of his channel's identity now. I think for him to go back, I think that half of his audience would be really happy with it. The other half might not. It's weird because you never know when people are getting introduced to your channel, right? For example, I still get people giving me video advice, like on lighting and stuff, because the first video of mine that they saw was a video I put out this time last year. And it's crushing, really, because I've put so much time into the production quality of this channel. I've invested time and money. I've taught myself a lot. And then to see comments on some of my older stuff like, hey, you need better lighting. And like, I know. But it is what it is, right? You know, like they say that you're never supposed to delete content. I've been tempted a few times. I haven't done it yet. Ian Coates says, I can't reveal my secrets. Oh, yeah. Man of mystery right there. Oreo Dave says, proud of you, Ian. Ron should be hug tackled by everyone. Ron, brace yourself. That's all I gotta say. Ginger Fisher 75 says he turned it off after Blade Show. I thought I had a stroke.
This is Sparta!
Don't have a stroke. Those are bad news. It is weird though, like watching Cole go from his channel persona to his real voice. But he knows his stuff. He's extremely entertaining. You know, like when I first started watching Tri-State, the first thought in my mind was, wow, he's got like seriously the best audio, just like production quality audio in the community. And then I started to realize it's not about that. It's that he's extremely entertaining. And shout out to Cole. Guys, a lot's been going on in the knife world lately. A whole lot. And so I felt I haven't actually checked out White Mountain Knives in a couple days. And if you know, a whole lot can happen in a couple days. So I haven't checked them out today. We'll see what they've got going on because I'm interested. Looks like they got a sale right now on QSP. QSP sale. What's going on here? Okay, they got the Penguin. Got a couple frag pattern titanium 154 cm penguins for $70, 69 and some change. Same thing. And then they've got the discontinued QSP Piglet, the liner lock green G10, $25. That's not too bad, right? The Piglet. I want to know who comes up with these names. Like, some knife companies try really hard, right? Like, they're like, this one's the Nexus. And then others are like, we don't care. This is the T1224-C. I'm like, how can I rave about a knife that's you know, it's named after like a droid serial number? Like, what the hell's going on there? So I actually appreciate it when they go through and they're like, we don't know what to call it. Let's call it the, that sounds good. The Piglet. Yeah. Sure. The Piglet. Anyways. A lot of people like these 154 cm titanium penguins. So it's cool to see them on sale. $69 is a hell of a deal for this knife. And of course, if you use the channel code RSB10, you get 10% off. So call it $63. No taxes. That's what I like about White Mountain Knives. I like the tax evasion. Just kidding. There's no tax evasion here, okay? There's no tax evasion. White Mountain Knives leaves it up to you to pay those taxes at the end of the year like a good citizen. Taxes. What else they got? Let's check out the new Tempest Knives Microburst is on White Mountain Knives now. Nice. That's new. $92. Of course, discount code, take almost $10 off, get it for that $82 price. Why not? They got the I don't know why this is funny to me. If you look at, so White Mountain Knives will list the return reasons on their open boxes, which I think is fantastic, by the way. But look at this one. Open box return, wrong box. Like, what? Oh, man. It's okay, though. They took $20 off. In case, you know, as long as you don't care about the box. The Vosteed Mini Nightshade. I've seen a couple people with these, and of course they're out of stock. Vosteeds have been hot, man. They've been going really quickly. The Mini Nightshade with the, we'll call it a crossbar lock. Technically, it's not benchmade, so we can't call it an axis lock, technically. But that's what it is, right? S35 VN, 2.6-inch blade. Good looking knife, especially with that carbon fiber handle. $99, S35 VN. It's a small knife, but it looks good. Oh wow, they've got a concept Fenrir on there, $170. That price has not changed since they released last year. It has not changed. Yeah, and these are arriving in September. The Pyrite Frag pattern button lock. I believe this is the large version. Is this the large Pyrite? No, that's the regular size one at 7.3. I thought they already released the frag pattern. I thought those released a minute ago. What are these? The Tucson David Chen TS500 Sand Flipper Tonto? That is gnarly. What is this? But why? All right, check in with the chat real quick. I can go off on tangents if I'm not careful. Hey, we got Gator Aaron in the house. How's it going, Aaron? Welcome in, brother. Good to see you. Anaso H323 says, does anyone carry Tempest knives? I've only seen his website. So I've gotten a couple in from the pass round group. Casey Knives Fast is also Tempest knives. Great guy, by the way. Like, he's one of those people, like, you hear about issues in the knife community, right? Like, you hear about designers that went off the rails and drove drunk and killed people, or they were racist, or they, you know, like, there's so much drama. You have to be careful. But Casey from Knives Fast is one of those guys where you're like, I could support this guy because I know that he's not one of those crazy people that's going to let me down. He's not going to tell me that it's made here in America and we find out it's made in China. He's just going to tell you that, you know, Kubi is the OEM. That's a roundabout way of talking about it. But Casey from Knives Fast is a great guy. If you're going to check out a knife from him, I'm going to make a suggestion. Wait a little bit. He's about to release the Tempest Knives Jetstream, and I did a quick overview of it the other day. It's good. It's his best work yet, bar none. Best work yet, and it's titanium with titanium clip. First time that he's gone past the wire clips. I hate wire clips. 154 cm blade is going to be like $129 for pre-order, which is going down later on in July. The Jetstream is fantastic. And I had to send it off today. We all promised Casey that we were going to make sure it got into as many hands as possible. So I only had it for a few days, then I sent it on to the next guy. But there's going to be reviews, there's going to be overviews and unboxings of that knife. Keep your eye out for content on the Jetstream. It's a good one. Aberdeen Blades in the house. He says White Mountain Knives has some Tempest knives. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's the first time I've seen Tempest knives on White Mountain Knives. Hey, we got Hungry Bird in the house. He says that's an odd looking Tucson. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I kind of like it, to be honest with you. Does the other side have, you know what I think is the most striking thing is this pivot. All Tucsons seem to have this pivot like that looks like this. If I can get it to focus, where it has like the three lines, right? Like the three grooves, the tri pivot thing. Here, I've got another one. See what I mean? They all have the same pivot, but not this one. This one has a different pivot. David Chen. I feel like a plebe because this is the first time I've heard of David Chen. But I dig the pocket clip. I dig the inlay. The inlay work looks good in this picture. He's got his signature on the pocket clip. I don't mind that. Looks like a forward finger choil. It is D2. It is D2. 59 to 61 is what they're claiming, but it looks like you can reverse flick the crap out of this guy. And what is that? What is that? That is jimping. So many designers have moved past jimping now where they just don't put it on the knives at all. And I like having it there. I get excited when I see it. Hey, we got Cheeto Bandito in the house. He says, Gator don't take no shit. No, he does not. Hey, Chef Rocky, how's it going, brother? Channel member, welcome in. And of course, my man Tori Casey. How's it going, guys? Welcome in. And how could I forget Double D? He says, the Concept Main Street looks interesting at $78. I've heard great things about the Concept Main Street. Let's go ahead and pop this guy up here. If you take the dive on Main Street, what do you get? 154 cm. It's a liner. Nope, not a liner lock. That is a crossbar style lock. G10 handle scales. Just shy of 8 inches. If the specs on the website can be trusted. Very few websites are perfect. But White Mountain Knives has been pretty consistent. It's going to be heavy for a lot of people at 4.5 ounces, but I'll tell you what, like, I like some girth, okay? I'm not afraid of 4.5 ounces. Yeah, I know they make a more premium version of this knife, but what I found with Concept has some models, right, that are really good enough where they have budget versions and they have premium versions. Like the Convict. The Convict is a knife that I would not go past the budget realm. I'd get like the $90 one with carbon fiber because it's every bit as good as the several $100 one with titanium. It's not a joke. Like, don't spend the extra money. The $90 version is every bit as good. Hey, we got Paper Tiger in the house and Dopey6621. Welcome in, guys. Earl Laliberte says, anyone ever see the Buck 417 Mango Bird? Wow, a buddy of mine bought one and I needed to put on sunglasses to look at it. You know what? I haven't seen that one. Let's check this out. Buck 417 Mango Bird? What is this? I have seen this knife. I have. Oh, man. You know who I blame for this? Yeah, no thanks, Buck. Where is it? Where is it? We're gonna do. It's this. It's the Mango Bird. You know who I blame for this? I 100% blame Boker with their mermaid. The Boker mermaid was a meme that all of a sudden everyone decided they were going to spend their money on so they could have a meme in their collection. And then from there, they're like, you know what would also be good? Donut sprinkles on our knives. And now we have the Mango Bird. This one is the stealth run. That is not stealthy. Shout out to all the kings out there that carry the Mango Bird. Oh, man. Dopey says, before I go, has anyone ever told you that it should be illegal to be that good looking? You know, they haven't.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm still here. They haven't arrested me yet. It's probably because I work from home. You're talking to a hermit. Apparently, I've been told that I'm reclusive. I only come out at night to record knife videos, to converse with other enthusiasts. Appreciate it though, man. Thank you. Jay Korskinen in the house. He says, rolling with the homies. Welcome in, Jay. Good to see you, man. Alicord Paracord says, I just bought a Concept Spirit on the secondary for $110. Nice. The Concept Spirit. It sounds familiar. It sounds familiar. There we go. What are we looking at here? Okay. That is a good looking knife. And it looks like that cutout is 100% accessible. You know what really grinds my gears? When there is a perfectly good fuller on the knife, and it is not accessible. Like, I get aesthetics. I get that it's a design choice. But make it accessible on a folding knife. People want to Spidey flick the knife. Make it accessible. This one looks like it is. What are we looking at here? $200 or just shy of, and 8.25 inches overall, 3.5 inch blade. People love those dimensions, by the way. It's not light. It's at 4.8 ounces, so you got to be okay with that. It's a Kim Ning design. Green, titanium. They probably have other colors as well. But look at this. No jimping. This is what I was talking about. It's like they're allergic to it. They're like, listen, it's a style choice now to not have jimping. People don't actually need it. They don't need it. When you're holding onto a knife, even a little bit more traction is never a bad thing. And it's not like it costs them extra money to like put jimping on a knife. Just put it there. Like, it doesn't ruin the look of the knife at all. Like, I've yet to find a knife where jimping ruined the aesthetic. Just give us our jimping, please. Those handle scales look good too. They look like they're contoured here on the sides. Nice finger groove there for your index finger. You could probably trigger pull this guy right here, but that is definitely more of a sharpening choil than a finger choil, finger cutout. Looks like you could swap the pocket clip to the other side. And if I'm not mistaken, you got a little bit of a backspacer there. Yeah. It's a good looking knife. I like it. I do like it. All right, so Gator Aaron says my neighbor called me the other day thinking I had intruders, and I thought I was out of town. I can relate. I feel like I missed a piece of conversation. Sometimes I'll pick a comment at random, and if I start talking about it, I'm just going to go for it. Oreo Dave says that's a beautiful and absurd design. It's a good looking design. I like it. Oh man. Ian Code says if you know any friends, enemies, lovers, haters, tell them about Roll and let's get this man to a sexy 50 viewers tonight. Guys, you know what helps? When you hit that like button. And you can vote for strong detents. Did you know that every time you watch one of my live streams and you don't hit the like button, a knife is born with a weak detent? Only you can prevent weak detents. Smash like now.
This is Sparta!
Hey, we got Don Farmer in the house. He says, congrats on 4K. Don, thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. And we're being joined by Byron Kennedy. He says, I will give Tempest Knives kudos. He added jimping to the jet stream, I believe. He did. He did. The jet stream is his best work yet. Like, it's not an argument. It's not a debate. Like, the pinion was good. The microburst is good. The jet stream is the best design work that he's done so far. And I won't apologize for that opinion. Pinion, great knife. Microburst, great knife. They're not as good as the Jetstream. And the one that I checked out was a prototype. It wasn't even the finished design. So the finished design is going to be awesome. But the Jetstream, bar none, best Tempest Knives design that I've held. I've heard great things about his unreleased first knife, but I can't comment on that because I've never experienced it. KG77 says, has anyone seen the Civivi Sentinel Strike coming soon? I didn't see anyone show it at Blade Show. So, I'm so glad you brought this up because I'm aiming to get one of these on the channel. And right now they're in pre-order. Look at that. That looks great. And I know that it's kind of it's kind of like the Ziphius, right? But I promise you, for sub $100, this one is going to be an absolute banger. You get kind of a sub frag pattern design right there on the spine of the handle scales. Yeah. Right where you need the grip, where you get the grip the most, that's where it is. That's perfect. And then it's looks like a smooth stone wash. Love that blade shape. The reverse Tonto, Warncliffe, and then of course has the deployment hole. I think that this one is going to be hot. A lot of people are looking at this like it's a small knife though, and it's not. Fellas, 8.5 inches. 8.5 inches. 3.7 inch blade, K110. And I love K110. One of my favorite budget knives this year. Where did I put it? There it is. One of my favorite budget knives this year, the Petrified Fish Victor, is in K110. Bowler does a phenomenal job on their K110 steel. It's really good. And even though, you know, chemically speaking, property wise, it's pretty much D2, it's not because it's Bowler making it. And so the batches are consistent. Unlike, you know, when you go and get D2 from, you know, Tucson, you have no idea what batch that came in at. You have no idea. But Bowler, they have far more control over their steel and what they put out there. And so you know you're going to get a good batch. And also K110, I believe, has a little bit more vanadium than regular D2. It feels like a completely different steel. I love it. K110. Excited to see it on this one. And this knife is $85, guys. It's 85 bucks. I'm excited for it. And then, of course, the other one everyone's excited about is going to be the Civivi Vision FG. I've got alerts set up for these two knives because I've got to find a way to get them on the channel. Now, you can get them on pre-order. They're going to be like, just shy of 80 bucks. They made some changes. You can get it in the dark green micarta or the black G10 or they're calling it natural. It's Jade G10, which I don't like. Everyone's already pre-ordered the crap out of the white one with the Damascus. And I'll be honest with you, this is not one that I have any interest in, and I'll tell you why. The Damascus is not necessarily a better steel than the other. It's not a better steel than the Nitro V, okay? It's just not. It's a prettier steel. If you're going to buy a knife purely based on it looking good, spend an extra $100, get the titanium version. Trust me. This seems like a budget showpiece, and that's why this one is a no for me, because if I'm going for a showpiece, I'm not going to go budget. I'm going to spend a bit more. I might save up and buy something a little bit better. That's just my thoughts on it. And there are some more budget-friendly knives that are like this that I don't have those thoughts about. And the reason is because they don't have higher-end versions of the same knife. But if it has a higher-end version, get that. That will ultimately be a better addition to your collection if that's what you're trying to get, is a more showpiece, like for your case, maybe. For me, the one that I think is kind of a lock is going to be the black G10. The black G10 is a lock. Nitro V black G10, just shy of 8 inches. It's got the super lock, which I absolutely love. They put the pocket clip on the side, which a lot of people are happy about. And the lock doesn't come disengaged like it did on the more premium version of the Vision. What is going on in the chat? And we got Brian F in the house. He says, hey, Roll. Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Ian Coates says, where did 4 people go? They probably left to go watch Mike Emler. Let's be honest. I know his live stream clashes, I believe. Tori Casey, he's getting the Vision. Anaso says, Vision FG, that's the one. I should probably set an alert for that one too. Nope, gotta focus. Jetstream. Good man. Good man, seriously. Look, if I had the two knives in front of me, like let's say they were both here right now, and they cost the same price. Let's say that they both cost $70. The Jetstream does not. I'd be like, wow, I could have this Vision or this Jetstream. 100% the Jetstream. 1,000,000% the Jetstream, because it's so good. It is so good. I did not want to send it in the mail today. I hated doing that. I wanted to get it on the live stream, but I promised Casey I would move it on quickly. I would do my bit and then I would move it on. So that's what we did. Hey, we got Old Dominion EDC in the house. How's it going, man? Good to see you. The Drizzle says, what's up, Roll? Glad to see you streaming. Thank you. And if you didn't know,
This is Sparta!
every Wednesday we're going to stream. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've got so many knives that I want to check out. It's tough. I have a list. And on this list are knives that are must-haves for the channel. The Civivi Vision FG is on that list. No doubt. The other one is the Sentinel. And even though the hype is all about the FG right now, the Vision FG, I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if this ends up being the true prize. I've become a fan of finding the best knives under $100 because there's so many good ones. And I think that we take them for granted. I really do. And I'll give you an idea. So I had a viewer suggest this company to me, Flissa. And it's a viewer that I know and trust. And he said, hey, I really like this company. You should check them out. And so I reached out to them because they do budget knives. And I said, listen, I would like to check out a couple knives. Here's 3 that I'm interested in. This knife reminded me why budget knives are so good these days. Oh my goodness. What is this? Gator Aaron. Gator Aaron with the 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron, thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. And shout out to the new connoisseurs and collectors, existing channel members. Welcome them in. Jeez, I'm stumbling all over the place today. The Drizzle says, I want the green Sentinel with Damascus. It's a good looking one for sure. Hey, we got Blade Banter in the house. How's it going, Blade Banter? Guys, Blade Banter is a true OG. If you haven't done so yet, go over to Blade Banter's channel. Make sure you subscribe. David knows his stuff. 100%. Old Dominion says, nifty 50 viewers. Hey, guys. I don't know where you all came from, but I appreciate you. And here's the deal. We are going to do a giveaway. I'm not going to leave anyone in suspense. We're not doing the 4K giveaway today. I wasn't prepared, okay? I didn't know that Tri-State was going to raid my channel yesterday and just bump it over the 4K mark. So I was a little unprepared. We will be doing the 4K giveaway soon, though. So make sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. Hey, we have Paul Mills in the house. Paul, welcome in, brother. Good to see you. Paul says, congrats on 4K. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Jim Miller says, the Cetus rules. It really does. Listen, this knife is absolutely fantastic. We got El Cap Addict with the 5 bones.
This is Sparta!
El Cap says, congrats on 4K and 50 plus viewers. Thank you, man. We definitely appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Brian F says, I'll always support KC and Tempest Knives. Also, if you guys are looking for a sweet knife from the community, definitely check out Loot 10 and his Clydesdale pre-order. The Clydesdale looks awesome. And I've already reached out to Loot 10 and I've said, hey, if you have one available, let me know. Because I would love to borrow it and review it. And he's got me on his list. So we're going to try to get one on the channel. I've heard nothing but great things about them. Hopefully we get one in for review. We were talking about the Cetus. And also, you guys are making it hard to concentrate. Congratulations to Jim Miller.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the connoisseurs and collectors, my friend. The Cetus is such a good carry knife. 65 bucks. You get a 3/4 backspacer, truly deep carry pocket clip. You get an extra pocket clip for the other side if you want to flip it around and carry it lefty. So the lefty pocket clip is included. Full fuller, and this action, which is running on bearings, it's gotten super smooth. When this knife broke in, it's been perfect. And this blade is really, really easy to get a screaming sharp edge on. And even though the handle scales are curved, the blade is not. It's perfect for cutting through boxes. This is the box annihilator. You know, that's what they called me in high school. That was a juvenile joke, and I do not apologize for it. Hey, we've got High Tide EDC with the $4.99. Thank you, man.
This is Sparta!
He says, congrats on the 4K. Cole also sent me, and I'm here to stay. Dude, welcome in. Welcome in. Get over here. Get over here. Dude, we welcome everybody. The whole knife community is awesome. And I love meeting new people and seeing new people come in, watch the videos, give their feedback. It's fantastic. Chris Hinkle in the house. Welcome in, dude. Welcome in. And then, of course, do I see a B Shady out there? We're getting some people in the chat. It's needless to say. Anyways, guys, the Cetus, 65 bucks, G10 overlays, steel frame lock with aluminum show side scale. You can get this with the Emboya wood overlays, which looks fantastic. The action breaks in really easy. It's got jimping. It's got jimping. Perfect user knife. 65 bucks. It's knives like this that make my hunt for the best sub $100 knife enjoyable, because it creates some stiff competition, and I love it. VCR Fine says, I recognize Alicord from the Bees show. Yep, Bees Blades. I hop in that live stream every time I can. It just never lines up with my schedule. Hey, we've got Dwayne Letterman in the house. How's it going, Dwayne? Good to see you, man. Tori Casey says Clydesdale Knife Company is New Breed Company. Yeah. Let's see if we can find it. New Breed Clydesdale. Probably misspelling this. Where is it? Here it is. I think we found it. You gotta be careful typing in stuff on Google. You never know what's going to show up. All right, here we are. If you guys are wondering, this is the Clydesdale, okay? It looks bigger than it is. That's what she said. Just kidding. It's 7.5 inches, 3.3 inch blade, 4.3 inch handle, 4.7 ounces, 14C28N, which I just got done telling you is one of my favorite steels. The OEM is Kubi. Kubi does some good OEM work. And you can, of course, pre-order it. I don't get in on a whole lot of pre-orders. I've watched a lot of pre-orders. They're necessary for a lot of designs to make their way to market, because a lot of designs depend on those pre-orders to have the funds to even launch. It's not cheap to make an order of 300, 400, 500 knives to one of these OEMs up front. So pre-orders is how that happens. So they are necessary. It's just, it's a young man's game. You have to be patient. You have to be willing to wait. One of these days I'll get in on a pre-order. But today is not that day. Anyways, the Clydesdale. 115 bucks, titanium 14C, which is highly, highly underrated, by the way. And it's a titanium frame lock, which is supposed to have immaculate front flipping action. That's what I've heard. I'm starting to sweat over here. I'm not even in church. Hey, we've got Gone Awry in the house. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Ian Coates says, I also get a little wild and flirty on a Kohl's giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. There I was in the grocery store watching Kohl's live stream. And I've got groceries in hand and people are giving me the look because I got the volume up. I'm in the grocery store. And people are like, what is he watching? What is he watching? It was good times. I don't care. I'll get all wild and crazy in my grocery store and watch Tri-State Tuesday if I want to. High Tide EDC says, hollow be thy grind. Yeah. That's a good saying. I know there's shirts out there that say that, and I want them. Behind the Edge in the house. Welcome in, brother. Guys, check out Behind the Edge on YouTube. He says 14C is hands down my favorite budget steel.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I agree. 1,000,000%. And here's the sad part. I was talking with somebody about this yesterday because they're like 14C or 154 CM. And I said, well, which one do you think is better just based on price range? And he said, well, it's got to be 14C, right? Like, not necessarily. 14C, it has some of the best toughness and corrosion resistance that money can buy, period. It is very nearly identical in performance to LC200N in almost every single way. LC200N has a tiny bit more corrosion resistance. It's not even it's a very small amount more. Like, they are they're like some of the two most stainless steels up there. You know, of course, Van X being one of the top, but 14C and LC200N are right there. As far as toughness is concerned, it's tougher than LC200N. They have about the same amount of edge retention. People love LC200N. They cry, they wail, they want more of it. But they've got 14C in front of them, and they'd rather have 154CM because we've been brainwashed into thinking, well, the market says that because 154CM is typically more expensive, it must be better, right? No. It's what it comes down to is that 14C is much easier to manufacture. It's much easier to heat treat. It's not as hard on manufacturing equipment. And so they can produce it for less money. Whereas something like D2 is actually harder to manufacture. Something like 154CM is actually harder to manufacture. S35VN, same thing. And so we've been fooled into thinking that because we got a good deal on 14C that it must not be as good. 154CM, by the way, does have better edge retention, but that's it. I would sacrifice edge retention for toughness and corrosion resistance because you can get a screaming edge on 14C, and when eventually it goes dull again, it won't be difficult to get it back to that edge. So, if you didn't know, now you know. Jim Miller says, Ian Coates, I have several civivis in Nitro V that are cutting machines. Gator Aaron says the RPM 9 is pretty nice too. Yeah, I like AR RPM 9. Here it is. The Pyrite. Good knife. Great knife, really. This one developed, you can't hear it. It developed a little bit of detent lash, but it's still a good one. It locks up nicely. Tori Casey says, CJRB does a great job on their RPM 9 stuff. Yeah. AR RPM 9, excuse me, is their in-house powder metallurgy based steel. And powder metallurgy based steels are really good. 14C is also powder metallurgy steel. It's pretty good. Paul Mills says, I'd take 154CM over 14C, but I do like 14C okay. Dude, it's all about preferences. Hey, we got Mike Morgan in the house. Channel member. Welcome in, Mike Morgan. Stonehand says, I think I'm the only one who doesn't like AR RPM 9. I've had 3 bad examples. Dude, that's hard to overcome. When you get multiple bad examples of a knife steel, like, what are you left thinking? Especially if it's like 3 in a short time period. Like, that's tough. That is tough. LCAP Addict says, is RPM 9 approximately VG10 in performance? Well, let's see if I can find out for you. So, I'm on another screen now, and I'm going to pull up my my knife steel chart. So hang tight while I do that. We're going to put it over here. Let's take a look, shall we? And I'll make this big for the, the people in the nosebleeds. Let's see. Maybe I made it too big. All right. So we wanted to hear about Alicord Paracord says, Rollshambo, you keep missing my comment or just ignoring it. I'm terrible. Listen, I am one man, and I was not prepared for 50 people to be in this live stream tonight, so I definitely apologize. Let's scroll up for a second and see if we can't find it. I'm searching. You know, I have a rule that I'm breaking right now. My rule is never scroll up because it's easy to get lost. Dang, I can't find it. I know the question on the steel was VG10 versus AR RPM 9. So I do not have AR RPM 9 on my steel chart. I don't, because it hasn't been released on Laren Thomas's Knife Steel Nerds website. But AR RPM 9 is effectively, like, for example, I believe it's close to performs like, I believe it performs like 9CR. Yeah, 9CR 18 MOV, that's right. And I've done a bit of research on this. So 9CR 18 MOV is going to be a lot like 440C. I know this is a bit of a reach, but it's what we got. Where's VG10? We're going to pull it up. Here we go. So VG10 is going to be very similar to 440C, which is similar to AR RPM 9. And these are decent numbers for knives for knife steel that is, unlike 440C, powder metallurgy, right? So you're going to have a better time sharpening it. It's going to take a better edge. It's going to have better toughness. It's not 440C. It performs like it. It is going to be a little bit better than 440C in those regards. So yeah, VG10 is pretty close to AR RPM 9, but the difference is I don't believe VG10 is a powder metallurgy steel. I believe that it is ingot based, which means that you have inconsistently sized carbides, which can change how well a knife sharpens up, how easy it is to sharpen, its toughness, so on and so forth. Gator Aaron says, Alice, say it again. Do it. In the meantime, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. I never do this. Let's see here. Oh, look, I must be blind. I can't find it. Apologies. Say it again. Say it again. Alicord says, YouTube being YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Here's an example of YouTube being YouTube. Okay. So, yesterday, channel got shouted out by Tri-State. There was a raid on the channel. Boom. Video, my most recent video gets 100 subscribers off of that, launches the channel over 4K. Inexplicably today, out of nowhere, YouTube decides that 20 people need to leave my channel. So they just, 20 people, like within the span of 5 minutes, unsubscribed. No apparent reason. I hadn't uploaded anything new that upset people. They're just gone. Were those 20 people bots that YouTube decided needed to go? Like, what happened? I have no idea. It's just YouTube being YouTube. We got Brandon Sutton. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Oh, I see. Alicord says, need address to send you paracord stuff for giveaway? Super generous of you. Hit me up on Instagram or shoot me an email. We can converse either way. Would love to do that. Thank you. That's very generous of you. It says zipper pull or monkey fist keychain. Or monkey fist keychain and zipper pull. There we go. Kevy Kev says, yo Rollshambo, have you made that Excel accessible to us, please? Not yet. I've kind of fallen behind on the Steel Snob stuff. I need to release this to channel members. I really do. It's something that I had promised that I would do, and I will. We'll do that tonight. After the live stream, I will dedicate an extra 10-15 minutes to finding a place to host this file, and then I'll post the link for channel members only. Guys, channel members, if you want this, keep an eye on the community tab. I'll put the link in a community tab post, and it will stay there forever. Hopefully. Brian F says, Roll, when people sub and don't watch at least 30 seconds of your content, YouTube will remove them in a day or two. Yeah, not surprised. YouTube's like, oh, what's that? A sub that doesn't do anything.
This is Sparta!
Bye. Listen, the sub count is great because sub count, it gives us creators an idea of who's interested, and it gives YouTube another indicator that someone is interested. So a sub that doesn't actually watch doesn't really help the channel. But that doesn't mean that channel raids and shout outs are bad. I've actually had plenty of people come to my channel and be extremely interested because they just hadn't heard of the channel. They got introduced to it and they liked it. And then I've had people that come in and they because of a channel raid or a shout out or something, and then they see a couple videos and they're like, nah, it's just not for me. And that's okay. Like, that's totally fine. People seem to think that if you're subscribed, you'll get notifications, but that's not the case. YouTube shows you videos based on what you watch the most of. So for example, if you watch one of my videos all the way through, that's just as good as hitting the subscribe button to YouTube, because they'll say, okay, you like that content, we're going to play more just like it. It's part of their recommendation system. It's the algorithm. So if you really want to support a channel, watch their videos all the way through if you can. Believe it or not, that is the best way to get a channel noticed, because it tells YouTube that people are interested. B Shady says, my fave is my blacked out unlocked composite scales milled clip blue titanium thumb studs. What are we talking about? I missed something. I'm missing a lot. Matt Harvey says, what's everyone's opinion on 10CR15 MOV? I don't really have any information on it. I've never had a knife with that steel. I think that it's easy to be like, well, 5CR is bad, 7CR is bad, 8CR is bad, 9CR is better, because the numbers get bigger, I think. Truthfully, I don't know anything about 10CR. Sorry, man. Chef Rocky says, she is amazing. I'm assuming that we're talking about alicord, paracord. Ali, thank you. Hey, we've got CPM. Welcome in, CPM. That's Custom Production Midtech.
Oh, yeah.
B Shady says, I seen that. It looks good and definitely have them skills that I flipped a purple and gold studded one. Same idea. What knife are we talking about? Gator Aaron says, yeah, I found an open tab and run a few channel videos in succession to help boost them. Dude, that helps the most, believe it or not. It really does. Dopey says, channel raids only work if it's not for a giveaway. when it is people only raid to try and win. I agree. But I'll say this. I've had people come over in a channel raid on a giveaway. My channel's been raided a few times for other people's giveaways. And even if 99% of people that come over leave, usually there's at least one person that sticks around and says, I didn't even know you were here and I enjoy this. So does it help? Yeah, it does. Is it as good as people might think? Not necessarily. And it's actually the same thing. Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this. It's the same thing with giveaways in general. If you have a channel and you're trying to grow, one of the worst things you can do is make people subscribe to enter your giveaway. Because what will happen is they'll subscribe so they can win the giveaway. Giveaway ends, they leave. They don't watch anything. You've essentially gained like nothing. And even more so, you've told YouTube's algorithm that people don't stick around. That you don't want to do that. You want your content to be pure. You want your audience to be pure. I 100% do giveaways not to gain subscribers, but as a way to interact with you guys, as a way to give back, to celebrate milestones. Because I'm at a point where I'm starting to get more knives in from manufacturers and designers and even audience members that are gifted to me. And it creates an opportunity to make content, but also to fund giveaways. So I find that it's really fun to do. It's a fun way to interact, and that's why I do giveaways. I don't do giveaways to build audience because it just doesn't. It just doesn't. And that's a fact. Dion Page says, let's raid Donovan Q if we raid. Look, we've got 40 viewers in the house, or at least that's what my number says. What do you guys say about a raid? Is it time? Are we going to do a raid? Let's do a raid. Donovan Q. I'm probably messing that up. Is this right? Bullets and Bowie knives and militia? He's got 2,500 videos. How many of those are shorts? I have to ask that question because I just don't know. People going hard on those shorts. All right. Let's see. Let's find a video. What's a good one? Looks like he does a decent amount of fixed blades too. Let's find a video. Get to the chopper. This is the one. What's a 2-minute video? He does short videos. Damn. Look at a grouping of pilot knives and shout out to all the veterans. Let's watch this one. I love stacked leather handles on fixed blades. They're so comfortable. They're not one of the more expensive material types, but they're so comfortable. Stacked leather grips on fixed blades. Look at all that. It's like, listen, you want jimping? How about some sawtooth that you can use to saw through branches? That's what that, it's not jimping. It's for sawing. It's a sawing thing. It is what it is. These are some cool fixed blades. Now I wonder if that's a Camillus? Damn, Camillus must have been around for a long time. Look at that thing. Dion Page says, rise and raid. So you know what I'm doing? I'm making sure that we're watching more than 30 seconds. So I've heard this thing where people will watch knife reviews with the audio off. And that kind of kills for me because, you know, like I've been told that my audio is my best feature. I know, face for radio. But I was thinking of that because he doesn't do any talking in his videos. He's just got his music on in the background. He's checking out the knives. You can see the knives. He's like, I don't need to talk. People will infer their own opinion anyways. This is cool. Guys, let's raid this one. Let's do this. I'm going to post the link in the chat. I actually have my stuff together tonight somewhat. So I'm going to post it. I've got the chat window up over here. Let's do this. And we're going to pin it. Let's raid this channel. Head on over to that link. Drop a comment. Rollshambo raid. Hit the subscribe button. Watch 30 seconds. Hit the like button. Let's see if we can trick the algorithm. I like the vibe here. I like the vibe here. Donovan, if you watch this later, brother, like your channel, man. Let's consider this video Rollshambo raid approved. He's probably going to look in his comment section and be like, Rollshambo raid, what is going on? What is this?
This is Sparta! Oh, yeah.
Listen, I'm a whore for these sound effects, okay? I know I probably do them too often, and for those of you who watch in spite of that, thank you. Thank you for humoring me. We're going to hang around this video, though, and in a few minutes, we're going to refresh and start reading the comments. Dopey says, face for radio, more like a face for OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
Subscribe. Just kidding. I do not have an OnlyFans. LCAP says, raid Florida Boy EDC again, 976 subs, 287 videos, or Chuck Nunface. Both are channels that we have raided in the past. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how people are getting into it. In the meantime, let's watch a little bit more of this. Hey, welcome in, Mind of Milton. Alicord Paracord is back. You came in at a good time, Allie. We're just over here watching some fixed blades. Good looking fixed blades too. Makes me wish that I could get away with carrying a fixed blade. Maybe I could. Dopey says, sorry, I'm kind of lonely. Don't be lonely, bro. Listen, they say I'm a recluse, and here I am with you guys. I just pick my crowds, okay? Hey, Nick H says, congrats on 4K. Sorry I'm late. Welcome in, Nick H. Welcome in. Nick H, by the way, has a pretty awesome Instagram. So if you look at EDC stuff on Instagram, if you look at knife stuff on Instagram, go check him out. It's Cursed Earth EDC on Instagram. Paul Mills says, what are the rules? Dude, there are no rules.
This is Sparta!
This is a regular raid. We are raiding for fun. So we're out here just trying to help out other channels for now. This is not a giveaway yet. I'm saving the giveaway stuff. In the next 2 weeks, we will do the giveaway. I'm using that time to try to gather more stuff for the giveaway to make it truly exciting. I want to do something special for the 4K giveaway. So we're not doing the giveaway yet. We're just out here trying to help channels. So leave a comment somewhere on this video. It's pinned in the chat. And include Rollshambo Raid. While you're there, watch at least 30 seconds. Do your boy a favor. Watch 30 seconds. He's got some beautiful music going on in the background. Hit the like button. And if you're interested in fixed blade content, which it looks like that's what he does the majority of, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to refresh this. Let's see what section looks like. We're going to sort by new. Rollshambo Raid for the win. Some slick steel there. Right on. Tori Casey says, Rollshambo sent away, brother. As an old Marine, love your steel. We'll be back again. Thomas McDonald says, Rollshambo Raider, batten down the hatches. Is it batten or baton? It's batten down the hatches. Ian Coates says, here from Rollshambo, those are some mean looking fixed blades. You guys are a lot nicer to people on my raids than you are to other channels in Tri-States. Tri-States raids say some ridiculous things. I watched one time when Tri-State raided a live stream giveaway for Everyday Minimalist, and it was hilarious. Y'all went in. You guys are so nice on my raids. Thank you. Rollshambo. Raid 4K milestone. Look at that. Guys, thank you. Believe it or not, when channels get rated like this, it is a lot of fun for them too. They get to see views boosted, eyeballs boosted to their channel. The amount of work, for example, that the channels put into creating this kind of content is, at least for my channel, it's a lot. And so the more people that even know that we exist, the better it is. So thank you guys. That's awesome. What is next? Ghana Rice says panty raid at Dopey's.
Oh yeah.
What are we doing? What is this? Y'all are gonna get me in trouble. Tell you what. Tori Casey says, as a former Marine, love the K-bars, got one myself. K-bars. The first time I ever saw someone wield a K-bar, they put it directly through a car door, then dug a trench, and also started hacking down a small tree. So yeah, that was quite the impression. K-bars are a hell of a knife, especially for a fixed blade. If you're going to use them, K-bars are really good. LCAP says, this guy has a really nice collection, produces excellent videos. A raid might motivate more videos. Genetic modified Viking. I think he and I know the same people. Genetic modified Viking. All right, let's check out another one. Is Neves Live still going? How many of you guys came over from the Neves Live? He just saw his numbers drop and he's like, what happened? They were just here. Genetic Modified Viking. That is a pretty badass name, I'll be honest. Let's see what he's got. 43 videos, 217 subs. That's not bad for 43 videos. Man, he's got up... he's got some really cool knives. I believe I know who this is, and I believe I'm in a chat with them. I could be mistaken. Let's see. Which one? Which one? All right, we'll check out the Sharp by Design.
EDC enthusiasts, fellow genetic modified Vikings, I'm Diener. Welcome to the
Yep.
channel.
I am in a chat with
It's been
him.
a couple of weeks since I've been on the computer here.
What's up,
and done
Diener?
anything with the channel. So I got an unboxing today. And in my last video, or second from the last video, I mentioned about doing a leapfrog process. That is, if I have a knife that I'm covering and I notice something different in between the initial unboxing and then the next video, then I'd cover a little bit of that in that next video. So that's what I'm going to do today. So this is going to be kind of a packed video. So kind of sit back and we're going to cover a lot of material. I'll try to keep it brief. Don't want to take up too much time. Everybody's got a busy schedule. I know I do. It's been nuts. That's why I haven't been on. Trying to finish my axe throwing lanes. Real close. Had my son's graduation party from Lawrence Tech, his biomedical engineering degree. So anyway, what I wanted to mention is this. On my Instagram page, which is my last photo, it's been a couple weeks, I posted it on there. You can check it out right down here. Instagram, Genetic Modified Viking, all underscores in between there. Go in there, check out the photo. It's too late on that in terms of what the comments indicate, and that is I did a little contest. I just wanted to throw it out there, cast it out there, do a slow roll of this, and I had a photo in there, and take a look at it, and in the comment.
Okay, so I think he and I have the same mic arm for our mic stands. I shouldn't be focusing on that. Like, I should be focusing on what he's talking about, but I couldn't help but notice it. I was like, hey, now that looks familiar. Yeah, no, I do know who this is. We do know people in common. We're in a chat together. I didn't know that he had his own channel. I thought, so he goes on Duties, Daggers, live streams, and Blade Cartel hangouts. He does that pretty frequently. So shout out to Duties, Daggers, by the way. And shout out to Diener, a.k.a. Genetic Modified Viking. I'm sorry, brother. I should have known that you had a channel. I should have known that you were putting up content. But I know now. Guys, I put it in the pinned comment. I replaced it. Leave a comment. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Now that I know I am, watch at least 30 seconds of a video in the next day or so. Otherwise, that sub vanishes. Let them know that we sent you. And I'm going to leave a comment right now. For some reason, I didn't know you had your own channel. Consider this video Rollshambo raid approved. It's in the pinned comments, guys. Let's swarm in. And we're going to leave an emoji on this one. Why not? Everyone likes a good emoji, right? There we go. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Alicord Paracord says, I'm already subbed to him. I'm behind the times. That's on me. Tori Casey says, the cologne, yeah, man, when he does that 100% out, that might be how I found Roll. Now that I think about, are we talking about when Jared Neve starts breaking out the cologne on his live streams? Listen, people love that, believe it or not. Like, I've been part of his live streams when he's started talking about his colognes, and people get into it. I'm not a big cologne guy. Like, yes, you know, it's important you stay clean. You know, you wash yourself, you groom yourself. I don't know if I could like talk about cologne with the same level of interest that I talk about knives. Probably not. Good for him that he can. You could tell that he's all about his colognes. Not my thing. Alec Cord says Tori Casey, the boyfriend, was a Navy Seabee from 91 to 2000, then in the Marines from 2000 to 2003 when he was medically discharged. Allie, make sure to thank him for his service. We appreciate it. Jim Miller says Tori Casey agreed. I met him and Kara at Blade Show. They're both cool. Yeah. Jared and Kara are super cool. I had conversations with Jared long before my channel was even remotely relevant. Not to say that it's, super relevant now. I'm still small in the scheme of things, but Jared is such a helpful guy. He's willing to have conversations with people, to converse. And you know that he's got to have like 1 billion people banging down his social media to talk to him. So when he took time to talk to me back when my channel had 500-600 subscribers, it meant a lot. So shout out to Jared and Kara Neves. Jay Korskinen says, I can't watch Neves. I play the drinking game every time she says sharpen and get hammered every time. Oh, man. I don't know about this drinking game, but I want to. Ian Coates says, I love both Kara's. Met them in Atlanta. It's kind of crazy, right? Tri-State's wife is Kara. Jared's wife is Kara. My wife is not named Kara. Close, but not Kara. Jim Miller says, my wife is allergic to scents. Well, that makes it easy. You don't have to worry. You just have to make sure you stay clean, right? No scent. No scent is probably harder than actually using cologne. Now that I think about that, that's tough, man. Dopey says, Jared is a good guy, but I can't watch his stuff. He comes off as too much of a know-it-all for my taste. He knows a significant amount. I'll say this. I've learned a lot of stuff about knife sharpening from watching his videos. Things that I thought I knew, mind blown. Ian says he hung out with Jared all night Saturday in the pit at Blade. Man, I wish I could have gone this year. It wasn't in the cards for me. I really wanted to go to Blade Show. I was originally planning on it, and then things changed. I found out that I have a daughter on the way, and my priorities changed. Which, would I have liked to have gone to Blade Show? Yes, but it's okay when priorities change. So instead, we're going to see what we can do 2024. Maybe Blade Show Texas, maybe Blade Show West in Utah. I'm here in Colorado, so that means that the Salt Lake City Blade Show West, even though that's the smaller one, is going to be easier for me to go to. So maybe Blade Show West 2024, maybe Blade Show Texas. That could be really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Harvey says, congratulations, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Dopey says, his sharpening info is good, but to me it seems like he doesn't, like if he doesn't like something, he expects everyone else to also not like it. I've had people, it's funny, because our differences of opinion are what makes the knife community so great. We wouldn't have a community if we couldn't discuss that difference of opinion, right? And I've caught myself sometimes, I'll raise my hand. I've caught myself sometimes where, my opinion on a knife, on a video, people will attack it in the comment section. For example, and real quick, let's see what we got. Diener to. How many comments did he get on this afterwards? Let's check this real quick.
Enthusiasts, fellow genetic modified Vikings, I'm Diener.
Just 3? Wait for it. No, there's more than 3. We got some more in there. Right on, guys. Show Diener some love. So check this out. Benchmade shootout. So I dropped a couple videos on the Benchmade shootout. Here they are. And they got about the same amount of views because one of them was why Benchmade, why? And
you ever run into the
when I run into my own video. Let's look at the most recent. I'm going to show you guys something. So in this video, I mentioned that I didn't like the Benchmade shootout for the money, which is $300. The one that I checked out had really sloppy blade play, worse blade play than $99 OTFs. And people are can't wait to get this knife. Like my shootout much better than my microtech, less blade play, shoots out faster. And these are people that are commenting specifically on my opinion, which is what the video is for. But I've caught myself in situations like this where I want to respond. I'm like, wait, just like I'm welcome to my opinion, people are also welcome to their opinions. As long as they're respectful, that's all I care about. Like, we can disagree. We can have that difference of opinion. Just be respectful. It's when people start taking personal shots, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm not here for that. But it's crazy because it's like all the people that agreed with or that had a similar opinion, commented and watched the video first. Every single day this week, I've gotten new comments on one of these videos, either on my initial overview or on my ranking. It's crazy, man. Like, so I get notifications, and some of these comments have been like a little bit out of line. Like, they took my opinion personally. And I learned something about benchmade fans. The serious benchmade fans are very, very, very passionate about that brand. And you got to be careful. Dopey says, I take shots at everybody, but I'm a troll. So
This is Sparta!
oh, listen, as long as you're all having fun, that's what matters. Ian Coates says, Blade West and Texas are going to be hard to fit in the cards. $600 to $800 flights each. See, those are going to be easier for me because I can just drive to those. I don't have to rent a car. Like, I don't need plane tickets. I can drive to those. Gator Aaron says, it's any fans. Oh man, you're killing me. Tori Casey says, been a while since I've bought a benchmade. Price is a factor, but not the main reason I stopped. You know, the shootout is just not a knife that I can justify at $300. $200, sure. $185 all day. $300, no, absolutely not. And that's my opinion. Jay says, what do you think of the Spyderco Ikuchi? So the Spyderco Ikuchi is one that I've had my eye on for a while. Isn't it discontinued by now? Or can you still buy it? Hot damn, you can still buy it. So, the Spyderco Ikuchi. This knife is one that I've wanted to check out because I've heard good things about it. With that being said, what makes me nervous is the lack of access. I mean, it is a compression lock. I should start off by saying that. It does have the big lighter deployment. It's not a flipper tab, it's more of a flipper wheel. I've never actually held one, but they are very good looking knives with decent materials. It's $170. Whenever I go to buy a Spyderco, this is always a knife that's in the running, but it never quite wins. One of these days I need to switch that up and actually get one for the channel, because it's always been in the running. It's just never been the one that I picked. You know, when I bought my Spyderco Smock, it was, well, should I get that or should I, get this other one? And I get the other one. When I bought the Paramilitary 2, it was, well, should I get the Ikuchi or should I get the Paramilitary 2? There's my Paramilitary 2. So it's always been in the running. It just hasn't actually made it yet. Not yet. All right, we're going to catch up with the chat here. David Helka says, the diehard Benchmade fans will go down with the ship if it seems.
This is Sparta!
They are the 300 Spartans. They are. Oh man, I'll tell you what, guys. The knife that I've been absolutely loving lately has been this Dark Bolt Design Stratus. I liked it a whole lot more than I thought I would. I love the bolt lock. It acts very similarly to the compression lock on the smock with this button tab. You can take that off and just use it as a regular liner lock. The liners are steel, but they're crowned, so it's super comfortable. 20 CV, $219. Some people have a problem with that, but I can see why. It's manufactured by We. This one has been so much fun to carry lately. I've really been enjoying it. And I've already caught myself with it. That's what this is. So now I got to name it. I haven't named it yet, but now I have to. It's not yours until it bites you, and once it does, you have to name it. Gator Aaron says that's true too. An email and a model number, and they'll send parts fast. I think we're talking about Benchmade service. Listen, Benchmade better offer great customer service. When you're spending that much for a bug out, when you're spending that much for a Narrows, you got to back that with good service. You got to. Spyderco, I've heard things about their warranties where Spyderco's warranty service is often not customer friendly. It hasn't ever stopped me from buying a Spyderco though. Gator Aaron says, oh man, I got to name several knives then.
Oh yeah.
You got some work to do, Aaron. Don't let me down. Be like QSP. Name one of them the Piglet. I'm just kidding. Chase Purdue in the house. He says, a funky blade shape, not a very tall grind. Are we talking about the Spyderco Akuchi? Or are we talking about this guy? Not sure. Not sure. Oh man. Guys, we've gone for an hour and a half, and typically I like to keep these as hour-long live streams. I know that a lot of people stay up late for these lives. Today was a very successful live stream. Trust me when I say we are going to do a 4K giveaway. That day is not today. Please give me some time to put together a truly awesome giveaway. That will probably happen sometime in the next 2 weeks. So keep your eyes peeled. Channel members, I know that some of you have been asking about the Steel Snobs Excel sheet that I put together. I will find a place to host that here within the next 30-ish minutes, and then I'll post it on the community board. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for making this special, for joining me to celebrate 4,000 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that you have an absolutely phenomenal, stellar rest of your Wednesday. We'll catch you on the